Hi there, my name is Sam Fraser and I'm going to teach you how to play Rogues to Riches. This is a game for 3 to 5 players. It takes about 20 minutes per player. The first thing to do is divide up the decks by color. Green for gear, traps are red, and the riches are yellow. Separate out the blank gear cards and the blank trap cards. Deal a lair card face up to each player, and that is the building that they will be defending over the course of the game. Next, deal one riches card face up in the riches slot for each player, and that is the riches that they are going to be defending, and those are the cards that you need to win the game. Next, deal 4 red trap cards to each player, and these are going to be used as defenses to protect the riches. Each player chooses which trap to play first, which trap to play second. These traps will be face up, and the third trap is going to live face down in the hidden trap slot. The fourth trap is going to be discarded. The Clockwork Factory and the Warlord's Castle have different setup options, and the rules for those cards are written right on the lair. Next, deal 4 gear cards to each player to form their starting hand, and determine the starting player by deciding who is sitting in the most comfortable chair. On your turn, you are the rogue, and you are going to choose which lair you are going to break into. They must face each trap from left to right. The first trap in the Boiler Room Tavern is the drop away floor. So they can play gear cards from their hand to describe how they get past. For example, they might play a zip line. They could say, I'm going to use the zip line to attach the harpoon to the far side of the room and slide across, avoiding the drop away floor. The player who owns that lair is called the defender, and they have an opportunity to say why that plan is not going to work. They're going to use the details of their trap and the details of their lair to find flaws in the rogue's logic and convince everyone at the table that the plan is not going to work. For example, they could say, we're in the Boiler Room Tavern, which is made of stone. The zipline is not going to stick in the other wall, and the rogue won't be able to slide down. But it's not up to the rogue or the defender to decide. Each other player at the table are called observers, and they are going to vote. 2 thumbs up if they think the plan is very good and the rogue will definitely get through. 1 thumb up if they think the rogue might get through. Neutral, or 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down to say maybe yes it will work, maybe not. 1 thumb down to say probably not, or 2 thumbs down to say definitely the plan won't work. Each observer votes with their thumbs. Then the rogue rolls 2 dice, adds the thumbs up they get, subtracts the thumbs down they get, and if the result in a 4-player game is 8 or higher, then the plan works. The fate roll check, or the number the rogue needs to defeat, is different for each different player count, so refer to the rules to get the right number. If the player is unsuccessful at the roll, then they have failed the attempt, and all of the gear cards they used are discarded. They then draw back up to 4 gear cards, and the play passes to the left. However, if the roll was successful, then they successfully defeat the trap, and it is placed in the defeated trap slot. At the end of the game, that counts for 1 point. The player then moves on to the next trap in the lair, for example, Industrialization Gone Mad. They tell another story they can still use the gear cards that have been played, but those cards become part of the story and the defender can use them in their defense. For example, if a player had played the Vial of Acid in the first room, it might not be available in the second room. In the second trap, another plan is described. The defender again offers a rebuttal, and the observers again vote. If the fate roll check is successful, then they immediately reveal the hidden trap card and make another plan. Note that some buildings contain additional obstacles which occur in the hidden trap or after the hidden trap, and those must be defeated as well. If they are after the hidden trap, the card will say a new fate roll is required. If the hidden trap and any additional obstacles are defeated, then the riches card is immediately stolen, and it will be placed in the stolen riches slot on the player's lair. The defeated lair is then flipped over. That player is no longer a defender, but they can still attack other buildings, defeat traps, and steal riches. And as consolation, the owner of the defeated lair receives a blank gear card. These are wild cards that can be used at any time to create whatever it is that player needs in their own story. They can write or draw on the card, and then it is added to the game to come up in future game sessions. That blank gear card does not contribute toward the hand limit until it is drawn on and is played and goes into the discard pile. Play continues, passing to the left until all the layers have been defeated except for one. When there's only one layer remaining, the defender of that layer takes their riches and adds it to their stolen riches as a bonus point for defending it until the end of the game. All players add their defeated traps and stolen riches cards, and the player with the highest total is the winner. The winner of the game receives a blank trap, which can be written or drawn on and becomes a part of the game. That's how you play Rogues to Riches. Thanks very much for watching, and please visit roguestoriches.ca for more information.